What's up, everybody? It's Chase from Chase's Workshop. I've finally got my live stream set up here. I'm hoping everything's coming out good to you. I've got a little monitor going here on my phone to where I can kind of check, make sure I'm still live and everything. And I'm really happy to be here. I'm glad. If I've got any viewers, send me a comment. I'm trying to keep up with this. I'm trying to make sure everything's working right now. And if it's not, I'm sorry. But anyways, I'm going to keep going with what I got here. In this video, I'm just going to kind of talk about a few things that been going on in the shop. I've got some subscriber questions and stuff like that I've wanted to put out there and let some of you guys see. I want to talk about the Gauss meter. Did I get a comment? No, that's my live thing telling me that I'm on live now. But I want to talk about the Gauss meter that I had going on for a little while that I know people have asked about. Some studio upgrades, and hopefully you can hear one of them now. The Blue Yeti microphone that I've got here, because I had to get it to actually start YouTube streaming, and it was kind of a learning process. You know, I was on YouTube, and you go on there and you kind of see where you can get like eligibility to do different things. And one of the things it said was you could go live. And so my first instinct was to just grab my phone and click on it and go live and all that. And it said, you can't do that. You've got to, you can't go live on a mobile device until you've had at least 1,000 subscribers. So I was like, well, here we go. So now I've been in this process of setting up Streamlabs and all that kind of stuff. So it's been interesting. It's been fun, but it has been a big learning experience, I guess I should say. I want to talk about the B-Bender, what I'm doing now with that, trying to make it to where I can make the parts better and stuff like that. And I've got one really cool thing that I want to talk to everybody about. That I've had a subscriber to my channel that was somebody that I've followed for years. It's a guy that I've probably been watching him since he started his channel, and he's a guitar builder and he does different things. I'm going to tell you who it is later on in the video. And then at the end of the video, I'm going to kind of give you a recommended subscriber, somebody that I really watch a lot, that I really like, and he just seems like a really cool guy, and I wanted to show him to y'all and let y'all meet him, maybe go check out his channel and stuff like that. So anyways, guys, I'm just gonna kind of start here with just what I can, and try to maybe start with like I said, the studio upgrades. I don't know if you can tell or not, but the backing back here is a little different. You know, I kind of put some guitars up and trying to make it look more where you can see it better and different things. Put some new lights up that you can see up here. Just kind of doing this and that. I don't know, it's pretty neat. And I've got one thing I had to get was a webcam. So what you're seeing me on right now is a Logitech C270. It's kind of cheap. It was only $30 maybe. I can't remember, but so the quality's not as good on it, but my computer sucks too, so kind of helps out streaming. And then, of course, the Blue Yeti mic. That's the main thing that I've been working with. I'm going to mute it right quick so I can show it to you where you can check it out. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, the main reason I got this guy though I know we talked about, we've been building these pickups. I've got the two in there that I've built. The neck pickup that I built in the video series about how to build a guitar pickup, and then the one below it in the bridge is one that I built before I ever built that pickup. And I'm wanting to get a sound of these guys, and because I've got all the information written down of, you know, how many windings I put on them, what polarity the magnets were, all that kind of stuff. And I want to get some sound recordings of them to where you guys can hear what that amount of winding sounds like with that gauge wire and stuff like that. And the same thing with that one. And of course, once I get those two done, I'm going to change it out with the one that we built recently, the walnut pickup, and see what they all sound like, to where you can get an idea. If you're wanting to build a pickup, you can see what they sound like. So that's kind of where I'm at on that, and that's the whole reason, really the main reason why I bought the Blue Yeti mic. I did a lot of research on it, try to figure out which one was the best ones, and this was one of them. And if this one don't work, I might spend a little more money and maybe get a ribbon mic or something, to where I can record it and maybe get a better quality recording out of it. So yeah, the main reasons I got this was just to live stream to you guys and to record the pickups, and then maybe record some music for you guys too, because some of y'all have asked me about playing guitar and stuff on here, so I might try that too. But that's about it on the upgrades that I've done. The next thing I want to go into is some some subscriber questions and comments, because some of them are just questions, but some of them are kind of funny, and or one of them is actually really funny. And but I want to share them with you, because some of the guys that subscribe to my channel that have commented. And the first question I got here is by a channel called Sleazer, and it says, is there anything that would make a decent substitute for the flatwork material? And he's talking about the how to build a guitar pickup part 2 video. It says, is there anything that would make a decent substitute for the flatwork material? I was initially thinking corkboard, but I'm guessing that would be too soft. And I sent him a reply that said, showed him how to build the wood pickups that we did there. And I got to thinking about the corkboard, and I was wondering if you couldn't maybe dip the corkboard into like a high viscosity epoxy, or like a lacquer or something like that, to harden it to where you could use it for to make a pickup out of. That's just something you might experiment with, Sleazer. Maybe you could play around with it and see what it does, and then if you do that and it works out, let me know and shoot me a comment or send me an email or something and let me know that it worked, if it does. So maybe it will. Maybe you could try that. I think that might work. Next question was by Yosemite Sam, and he says, I'm working on a guitar. This is on the DIY Strat style guitar body, the last video we did. And he says, I'm working on a guitar Strat style, but I bought a body for this first go around. I'd like to try a Tele, but Tele bodies are more expensive than Strats, which seems odd. Now it does seem kind of odd, because you would think Telecasters are easier to route out and to build and everything, but as y'all can tell in the last video that I did, that the Strats have a lot of different parts you got to do, and the round overs and the all the contours and everything else. The armrest and the belly cut and the tremolo and all that kind of stuff. The only thing that I can figure reason is because there's probably a lot more Strats that are sold, Strat bodies that you can just buy and turn into a guitar, and they probably just flooded the market with them, I guess, and that's why the Tellies are more expensive, and maybe might not be as popular as the Strat body. I don't know. That's just my only thoughts on that. Just if y'all, whatever y'all think, put them in the comments or shoot me a message about it or something. I'm just going back and checking my chat, make sure nobody's asking me anything or anything on here. All right, next question, let's see, was by Jesus Davies, and it was a couple days ago. He says, I'm planning to make some guitars in the near future. What body shape would you recommend? Also, which sort of pickups? And again, if you're going to start out making a guitar, I would start out with the Telecaster. That would be what I would say do, just because Telecasters are easier to make, I think. You can definitely get way in detail with them, just like you can with a Strat or any other type of guitar. And I also say too, get a Telecaster print or something and change it up. Make it different. Make it your own style guitar. Some of the first ones that I ever did were ones that I just took it and changed up a few things and made it my own kind of creation or whatever. But I would start with something around those lines, something that you can just basically build pretty quick and just kind of get your feet wet and routing the body and doing that type of stuff. Now, as far as the pickups go, I'd definitely start with some single coils. So that'd be a good thing to start with the Telecaster, because there's 2 single coil pickups in it. And you can start with the neck pickup. The neck's a little bit easier to do because you got to have the piece of metal on the back, piece of copper for the back plate. And then once you build it, build the bridge and try that one out and see what you think about it. Now, one thing I would say do is that when you're making your Telecaster body, is when you route out the spot for the bridge pickup, go ahead and make it for the size of a humbucker to where you can change it out to that one day, because they sell those bridges that have the humbucker spot for it, where you can just basically change it out. And if you wanted to build a humbucker, you wouldn't have to either get another guitar or whatever. That guitar right there was the first guitar I ever built, and that has been my experimental guitar. So, I've got the pickups in it. I've put the B bender in it. I've done, that's just been an experiment, and that's why that guitar is probably one of my favorites, I guess. But anyways, so there you go. Maybe that helps you out. If not, just let me know. And also, too, I was going to tell you, if you're talking about wanting to build a guitar and kind of customize and everything, I've got a video on here. I linked it in the cards of this video. It's the DIY Fusion 360 template with printer video. So basically all it is you can go in there, create your own design in Fusion 360 and print this thing out on a printer and use it as a paper template to cut out your own templates with. And it works really well. That's how I did it before. That's how I did that one. I've never used my CNC machine to cut out a body or build a body or anything like that. So maybe that helps you out. I hope so. And here's the funny one. This was on the DIY B-Bender Guitar Part 1, and Alex Ackerman, and man, I laughed. When he says, B-Bender video. This is the comment. B-Bender video, metal riff intro. And he's right. When the video first comes on, it's like, dun, 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 and then it cuts off, and then I'm like, hey guys, we're gonna put a B-Bender into it. It's funny. He's right though, and I commented back to him and said that I have yet to find a way to implement a B-Bender into metal music, and he wrote me back and said, if you do, I would love to see it. So if any of you guys that are B-Benders, try that out if you want to. I might try it. I don't think it's possible, but anyway, I just thought that was a funny comment that I wanted to share with you guys. And this last one's not a comment. It's actually a video that a guy made that's a subscriber to my channel. His name is Aaron Pelfrey. And I hope I'm saying your name right, Aaron. But I want to show you his video that he made of his pickup winder. And it's 100 times better than mine. That's all I can say. But I want to show it to you. I'm going to switch over to my desktop, and I'm going to play this for you where you can watch it.
This is actually pretty much totally an idea from a guy named Chase. I can't remember your last name, Chase. But Chase's workshop. I got the idea. Excuse me, and I had some extrusion, some aluminum extrusion laying around the house. I didn't really put it back on it, but I had this laying around from work. They throw a lot of that stuff away sometimes, and then this is just like some metal that I had laying around too. So, but yeah, Chase actually works good, man. I mean, I got the prints for this one too if you want it. All goes to him for his idea for sure. But yeah, the only thing I thought that I'd like to put on it would be a Gauss meter. I think so, Gauss meter, however you say it. Yeah. So like he said, I got about, I don't know, probably $40 in it, $45. And so far I haven't put my guide on here yet. I still got it and still gotta put it on maybe tonight. So, but yeah, man, works perfect. So kudos to Chase's workshop. That's pretty much what I come up with. I'm happy with it. This is actually a
So very cool, Aaron, and I love it. That makes me like very happy when I see something like that. appreciate you sharing it with us and letting us see it. Now, one thing he asked about in there was the Gauss meter, and I have been doing some research on the Gauss meter, and I'm going to try to show you what I've got here. Now, I found a couple websites actually that had Gauss meter plans and stuff like that, and the main one that I found that I like the most is rimstar.org, and they've got a DIY Gauss meter with a digital display. But I want to take this design and change it up, because there's some things I want it to do that this one can't do at the moment. And as you can tell here, if you look at the screen, you can see that this one actually reads out a voltage instead of a Gauss. It does a few other little things, but there's a conversion for that. Now, when you first cut this thing on, according to what the video and everything else says about it, is it's got a midpoint. And so when you first cut it on with not a magnet in front of it, it's going to say 2.5 volts, and it's the midpoint between 0 and 5 volts. So, and what happens is that when you put a magnet up there, if it goes positive, 1 volt, it's a south polarity magnet, and it's 1 volt, and then the 1 volt, there's a conversion. For 1 volt, it's 1300 Gauss. But what I'm wanting to do is I'm wanting to take that and make it to where when you put the pickup there, it reads out through the Arduino and everything that it says that it's north polarity 1300 Gauss. Now, there's not many components on this guy. There's let me see if I can find them. There's a voltage regulator, LM7805, which I've got like 1,000 of those. There's a ratiometric linear Hall effect sensor. And that's basically what the magnet, when you put it on there, the magnet pulls that and allows voltage to go through, or doesn't let voltage go through. It kind of throttles it, I guess, when you put the magnet up there, and that's how it checks the strength of the magnet. The mini digital voltmeter, which I'm not going to use that because I'm going to show you something here in just a minute that I'm going to use instead of that I'm hoping will work for us. And then a window comparator. And the window comparator is this little guy right here, and that's what actually runs LEDs that tells you if it's a north polarity or south polarity. Now, if you look right here, the voltage mini digital voltmeter that's right here. My idea is, because I'm wanting to get this information into an Arduino, and in order to do that, I'm thinking about using what's known as a voltage sensor. And it's this little guy right here. And I'm thinking that I can take that, and where this positive negative comes in here, I can put it into this, and then this will get the information into our Arduino where we can do some calculations with it. So that's why I don't need the voltmeter. And I'm hoping that any of you guys that does Arduino, if you're watching this, or if after I've done this, if you're seeing it, help me out with calculations on that, because I know I've got 2.5 volts I've got to add to get a south polarity, and I've got to take away from to get a north polarity, but I've got to do those calculations and then multiply that by 1300. And I hope I explained that enough. The 2.5 is a center mark. If it goes above that voltage, it's a south polarity. If it goes below that voltage, it's a north polarity. And then the difference from the 2.5 to whatever the voltage is, say the voltage is 3.5, the difference there is 1 volt. And then if you come down here, right here, there's a conversion. 1 volt is 1300 Gauss right there. So that's the conversion of it. So I'm wanting to basically have the Arduino do those calculations and then just spit it out on a LCD display to where we can just read it. Okay, this is north polarity, and it's 1300 Gauss. Now, the other idea I had to get the polarity is, instead of using the LEDs off the comparator, is to basically send those where that goes to the LED, to send those to a pin on the Arduino. So if the Arduino, like say pin 5, if it's the one that the green one's that's going to the green LED, the Arduino knows if pin 5 goes high, that it's a south polarity magnet. If pin 6 that the red LED's hooked to goes high, it knows it's a north polarity. type thing. And that's kind of where I'm at on that. That's the ideas I've got with it. I haven't ordered any of this stuff yet, but that's where I'm at on this right here. Now, as far as these parts go, the LM7805's cheap. You can probably find them anywhere. The only one that I've really had trouble finding, not really had trouble finding, but been able to find one that I can get quick, is the Hall effect sensor. You can get on eBay and find them. I think I found like a pack of 5 for like $6 or $7, but they're coming from China, so it's going to take them 2 to 3 weeks to get here. Now you can get on Mauser or DigiKey and buy one from there, and they're about $2 or $3 a piece. So, and if y'all like me, I don't buy just one electronic component when I buy them. I buy a handful because I know I'm pretty sure going to fry one of them at least, usually. So there's that. But anyways, that's where I'm at. That, like I said, just leave me some comments about it, any suggestions or questions about it too. All right, now the next thing I want to talk about is what I've been doing with the B bender here. As y'all know, I've got the parts that I'm trying to sell, and but I've had issues with my website because I'm not a web designer. I'm a guitar builder, I guess, or a firefighter, whatever. I've had the email set up in here where you could just come on here and just fill out a little form and send it to me, and I'd send you a PayPal invoice and all this kind of stuff. And it quit working, and I don't know how long it quit working for, or what. So finally, I just said forget it, and I just put my email on here. So if you've tried to order parts for me and you sent me the email and I didn't get them, come back and try it again, because that, like I said, the email kind of messed up on me. But these are the parts, and I've actually started, instead of building them myself, I've got a wood CNC machine, and that thing is not ideal for routing out aluminum B-bender parts. And it would take me, like this little part right here, the upper arm, it would take me 35-40 minutes just to route that one part out, and then I had to get it out, sand it, polish it, and then as you see here, I had to thread all these holes into it, mount all the parts, and I couldn't do it all. I could do it if that's all I was doing. And so I've talked to a machine shop, one of my buddies that I went to school with, and he's actually helping me get these parts made to where when you guys want one, I can get them to you quick and you can try it out. So hopefully that'll work out good. And I wanted to show this too. This is Rock Forrester. He actually bought a kit from me. I've sold like 3 or 4 of these so far. He bought this kit from me and installed it. It's actually, he put it in as a G bender. So I'd like to, if you're watching this, Rock, I'd like to get a video of you playing it or something and seeing how it's doing and everything else. So it's pretty cool. It's really neat, especially getting to see all the stuff that's people have done and people have used to get where they're at. But so, like I said, B-bender, I'm still doing them. I'm just trying to get everything worked out on getting the parts made. I'm hoping that by having somebody else build the parts, I can make them cheaper and everything else. I'm a hope. So, anyways. Now, the next thing I want to talk about was the subscriber that subscribed to me that was kind of very interesting. And like I said, it's very cool, but it's very intimidating because this is a guy that I've watched for years that like I said, I've watched him for years, learned a ton of stuff from him, a bunch. And the subscriber, the channel it is Highline Guitars. I don't know if Highline Guitars, and they've got all kinds of. If you've never seen Highline Guitars, I'm sure you have. If you're watching my channel, you've probably seen Highline Guitars. I hope, but really cool. And I think the reason he subscribed to me was because I used the Crystal Lake Bright Tone for like my finishes and stuff like that, because I really like the product. It's eco-friendly and it's not going to blow up if you if you use it in your shop type thing. And he uses it too, and I don't know if he found me that way or what, but it was really cool seeing his name pop up as a subscriber to me. I was like, oh my gosh, it was very, very neat though, very, very cool. Like I just thought that would be something I think was kind of neat. And the last thing I want to do is I want to somebody that I subscribe to, that I watch literally mostly all of his videos that he does, and he's really cool, and I just want to suggest him to you guys to maybe check him out and watch him. He does a lot of CNC building with guitars and just all kinds of stuff. You'd have to check him out. But the channel is, if I get it to load up, Manny Caro Custom Guitars. I hope I'm saying that right. I don't know if I'm saying that right or not, but he's got a bunch of great videos and stuff on here that you can see. He does mostly a lot of CNC stuff, but he's got, let's see, how to build a guitar using a CNC, and then he's got discussions and stuff like that. But seems a really cool guy, and I've learned a lot from him, especially when it comes to using Fusion 360. He's kind of the same, like me. We both use Fusion 360. He's a lot better advanced at using it than I am, and so I go to him a lot and try to figure out how to do things for my guitars with the CNC and everything, to where I can use it. I still hadn't got the nerve up yet to actually build a guitar with a CNC machine, so I'm not there yet. And I know I'm scared to put a $35-$40 body blank strap it into a CNC machine and cut it on, and then stand back and just hope it don't do something crazy, But anyways, I thought it was good. I just wanted to share him with y'all, and maybe I could go check him out and see what you think about him and everything else. But well, guys, that's about it. I don't know if I had any viewers or not. I don't think I had anybody comment, which is cool, because I was kind of nervous starting out here. So oh no, I do have a comment. Aaron commented on here. Said, let's see, I'm on vacation right now, and it's hard for me to get a good Verizon signal, but I'm watching. Channel rocks, man. Thanks, buddy. I'm glad you saw it. I hope you saw me share your video on here, and I hope this whole channel and everything's going good. I hope that all the video and everything else is working. But thanks for the comment, Aaron. You're the first one to ever comment on my live stream. So yeah, and I'm going to try to do this maybe, I don't know, once a month, twice a month, something around there. And the only problem I really have is that working at the fire department, I can't say that I'm going to be here every Saturday, or I'm going to be here every Sunday, or I'm going to be here, on a certain amount of time. And as far as the time goes, I really don't know what's a good time. I picked 9 in the morning because my kids are not on the internet playing on YouTube or whatever at 9 in the morning, so I can maybe get a good stream to you guys. And then I picked this time just to kind of maybe experiment and try to get it going. And I think I successfully set up an event to where I can share it a good time in advance, to where maybe it'll give you time to see it and decide that you want to watch it, because you can go in there and set a reminder for it and be here when I'm doing it. But if I missed any of you guys, I'm sorry, and I hope you're watching it now. And if you are, I'd just like to thank all you guys for everything, for the channel and all the stuff I've got going on here, and all the comments and questions and all that good stuff. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this, and if you did, just let me know. Please say, yeah, man, this was cool, or whatever. Just let me know. Hope you enjoyed it, guys. Thanks for watching.